Hello there, my YouTube friends. How are we today? It's your girl Brittany back here for another day. And wow, how amazing are all you people who keep watching my content? Nearly 18,000 views. In fact, it's probably over 18,000. I haven't checked it for 5 minutes. It just keeps going up and up. So yeah, thank you so much for keeping up with me and watching my content. Look, this is about the second or third time I've tried to make this video today. It just wasn't really flowing before, so I kind of gave it a break. I did some work, and now I've come back, and I put a couple of things up, excuse me, on Reddit and on Facebook. So I think I'm posting in 3 different places now. It's Reddit, Facebook, and YouTube, and I get the same overwhelming positive responses from each one of those mediums. So I just posted up a little funny one I put on Reddit, and I'm gonna sort of recreate that post here a little bit now. For the wise, this one is a little bit personal. So if anybody is watching this that knows me, that doesn't want to get me freaked out, maybe switch this one off now. That's probably got you thinking, oh, I'm gonna watch it now. But what I was speaking about on my Reddit post was I was talking about boobs, and more specifically, I was talking about my boobs. There's your last warning. If you don't want to hear about me talking about my breasts, then now's the time for you to flick off this video. If you're interested, then watch on. So what was I talking about? I was referring to the thing that happens when, say, you're losing weight. So you're on a diet, you're watching what you're eating, you're exercising, you're doing all these things, you might be taking some supplements, and you're doing all these really good positive things to help you lose weight. And along the way, you just don't see it. You know, it takes a while, right? It takes persistence and it takes commitment. So that one day you pull a pair of jeans out of the cupboard. The last time you put them on, they were a little bit snug, but this time you pull them on and you button them up quite comfortably, and you think, oh, I've lost weight. It's happened. I didn't notice it, but now I step back and I look and I think, yeah, it's happened, right? And then you see it. Then others start to see it. So I liken that analogy to what's happening with my breast growth. So sure, okay, so I've been on hormones now for almost 6 months. So if you don't know, what happens when you start taking feminizing hormones as a transgender woman is one of the side effects, the positive side effects for gender affirming care is the growth of breasts. So when you first take a pill or put on a patch or inject, however you choose, there's the placebo effect, and I had the placebo effect. It's like your brain just tells you, oh my God, there's something happening. My boobs are starting to grow already, when really nothing is going on at all. It's all here. And then followed by that quite quickly was actual physical changes. Nipple sensitivity, I'm talking about boobs here, right? So we're all adults. Nipple sensitivity, erectness, and that type of thing. Closely followed by the pain starts to kick in. Now I'm told that can last for some years. So yay, I'm looking forward to that. But that's the breast bud forming behind the nipple, a little bit of tissue growth, and a little bit. But in the transgender woman's mind, you're thinking, hey, I've got some boobs growing here, but nothing's really happening yet. So fast forward to the last couple of weeks and think back about that analogy with the jeans. It's like they've just arrived, like they're here now. So the other thing that, you've got to be mindful of is this whole thing of the side hug. When you give somebody a hug, I always tend to turn my body to hug them because like I said in my previous post on Reddit, especially men, they tend to just pull you in and bump your boobs so hard, and they're always sore and it hurts. I mean, it really hurts. So your spatial awareness becomes something you're very conscious of all the time, because I mean, I'm clumsy and bump into things as it is now, but when you're bumping into with these sensitive things on your chest, it's a whole different ball game. So I told you it was a bit of a sensitive subject, right, or a personal subject. So yeah, it's really cool, actually. I can't say I'm unhappy about it. If anything, I'm extremely pleased about it, because for me it's quite affirming. It's something that I've set out to achieve, that I'm taking feminizing hormones for a reason, because I want to feminize my body to look more like the person I identify with on the inside, have that alignment with the inside and the outside. So I'm pleased to say that that's happening. So here's the bit, final warning, if you don't want to watch this, look away or click off now, but I'm going to give you a bit of a visual of where I'm at. I'm not going to take my top off, so you can forget about that, but just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so you might have noticed in some of my other outfits and things that it's a bit more pronounced, but so that's about the size of it. Pardon the pun, but yeah, there's some decent tissue growth going on there. Sorry, I need to handle myself on camera, but it's for educational purposes. Okay. The other thing that's really noticeable now is the changes with the nipples. So pre-transition and post-weight loss, I was very flat-chested. I lost my man boobs that I had when I was carrying a lot of weight, and so I was quite flat-chested, and I always had quite small nipples. So the other pleasing thing that's happening with the tissue growth is the development of the nipples. So the areolas get bigger, and the actual nipple itself gets bigger and becomes more pronounced. So yeah, they are starting to look just like a regular pair of a genetic woman's breasts, which to me again is super affirming. So I mentioned this in my other video as well. On a serious note, what it's done for my mental health and my confidence has just been amazing. So my mental health aspect is that, I've recorded before that pre-transition, before I came out, I had the worst case of reoccurring Groundhog Day that you could ever imagine, whereas every single morning I would wake up and I would have the same thought enter my mind as I opened my eyes every single day, every day. It was, I wish that I was a girl. And then the realization would closely follow that I'm not, or I don't have the body of the gender that I desire. So the lovely thing that's happened now is that thought has been replaced with, I wake up every morning and I go, I'm pretty happy with that. I have a look at my breasts, and the more they develop, the more joy that gives me, and it helps me come into that alignment with who I am, and the outside is matching the inside, and I'm here to say that I'm really pleased about that. So there you have it. If you did stick around and you did watch all that and you're a little bit, that might have been TMI, Brett. I don't often apologise for things, but I'm going to apologise for that one. Why am I putting this out there? Again, to share my journey. I told you I'd be sharing the good, the bad, the ugly. I categorise this video in the good to really good. So it's all part of the transgender journey. And what's more affirming and wonderful than a trans woman who is growing into her body and realising how wonderful it is to have those parts of your anatomy that you always wished that you had, and you always envied looking at other women's, thinking, I wish that was me. And so that's the other thing with the mental health. I don't have to wish and hope and dream anymore. It's happening to me, and I couldn't be happier. All right, well, that was today's video. It was a little bit silly, I know, and the visuals might have been a bit too much to take, but tell me what you thought. I hope I kept it tasteful enough and still managed to maintain some kind of dignity and keep it educational. All right, thanks again for watching. Bye.